Okay, in this video, we are going to go over and talk about how to look at the different views inside the project panel, to how to move clips inside the project panel, and how to go over and do a matching edit with the multicam. That was 4 cameras that videotaped the end of this bike race. Here we go. So to start with, right here, I'm in the project panel where it says project bike race. And you will see that I have all my video clips. Now over here, I could go into list view where I would be able to see all the videos I have in a list. In here is icon view, the view that I was in. And last but not least, over here is freeform view. And freeform view allows you to put things in a different order. And then over here, there's a size adjustment for those people who like making things bigger and smaller. Right now, we're going to stick with icon view. So I want to put multicam 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order. So all I have to do is move them where I'd like them to be. So I want 1 there, like 2 here. And I'm going to move this one out of the way. So I have multicam 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So I have my multicam shots in order. And now I'm going to start assembling the videos into my timeline. You can go between, on your project, whichever of these 4 cameras you'd want, as long as you're matching the action. Again, now matching the action as described in class is you're matching the end of one clip to the beginning of another. So you have the same physical action that is occurring between those 2 clips by your performers or whoever happens to be there. So in this case, I'm going to hit I for N. And by the way, the clips have to be at least 2 seconds long and cannot exceed 3 seconds and 20 frames in length. So over here, I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to go to right where she's a little bit past halfway. And I'm going to push my O for out, mark my in, mark my out, and then I'm going to drag from the center of the frame down to here, so it's including her audio, and put this here into my timeline. So this here is not a match cut. Going from here in the woods to here, that is not. So the person's going to go through here, and I'm going to go right to the end. So that's where I'm picking up on my next frame. Let's say I wanted to go from there to camera 4. Go to camera 4. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to try to match where she is on the bridge to this shot here. So I think she's probably right about there. So I'm going to mark my endpoint. Go forward, and I'm going to match this, and you can match it off of a different spot, but you can see her leg right here is coming down and touches right there. So I'm going to put that as my out, but it's too short. So that's less than 2 seconds. So let's go forward some more. So her bike is turning. Let's go to there. That's 2 seconds and 4 frames. All right, so and then I'm going to add this down to my timeline here. Okay, and I'll just move this over to the end so you can kind of see what's going on. So I'm trying to match this, the bike turning. So I'll open up this one. That is camera shot 3. Now I could go back to camera shot 2. That's fine. I'm just going to go to camera shot 3 because you have to use all 4 shots at some point. So can use my arrow keys to go forward. Bike is turning. She's kind of looking off in this direction down her arm. Turning to the side. Let's say right about there. Mark my endpoint. Go forward. And right here, you can kind of see the background. She's coming off. She's dropping her bike. And that's when her bike handle touches the ground. And that's 2 seconds and 12 frames. So click in the center, drag this down to here. And then I'll go to my next angle. Let's say I want to go back to shot 2. All right, so on this frame, so I can see here that she just got off the bike. And what you can't see real super well is she still has her hand on the bike. So she's leaning over. And this is right after. So she hasn't had time to, the bike just got down. So I'm going to go to where the bike just gets down. So right about there. So here, this body position should be exactly at the same spot. I'm going to mark my endpoint. Go forward. And I'm going to stop here. I'm a little bit over, so I need to go back to be shorter. And I'm looking at where her arm's here. So let me make that bigger. That is the tilde key. So she's beginning to pull off her helmet. That's the movement I'm looking for. Her hands are on her knees, and she's kind of looking in this direction. So that's where I'm trying to match off of. So I am going to drag this on. So that's the frame I'm going to try to match off of next. So let's see what happens at shot 1. So I'm going to go back. So it's 2 arms up. So looking at her arms here. So her helmet's just about to pull off right about there. Mark my endpoint. Maybe go there. It's a little 2 seconds. Yeah, I want to catch it before that camera movement. So, and that's what you do. You're going to basically be going over, dragging this down. The next spot would be matching where the helmet is, where it's swinging, the fact that her hands are on her chin. But that is how you go over and do matching actions as you're going through to make sure that one shot matches to the next shot, which matches to the next shot, which matches to the next shot. So that's our matching shot edits.